SAT scores. Lack of discipline, poor faculty morale. There's no method, no system, no scientific application of paradigms to nexus for our problems.
Does anyone know what he's talking about?
He's talking about the future. What Ms. Future says is absolutely true. What this place needs is the shock of the new, the taste of the future, the thrill of tomorrow. Yeah! Let us give up the dusty corridors of yesterday and rush into the new, clean halls of tomorrow.
Yeah! As your principal, Ms. Future, we are well aware of your hope to put BC High into the 21st century. Now, I have just one question to put to you.
Before we hear that question, Principal, let me say that it is a firm belief of some of us that the bright efficiency of Ms. Future's proposals is exactly what will ruin this place.
Sure.
In fact, since the principal truths of our tradition have been watered down by the futuristic nonsense of Ms. Future and her band, this place has gone down the tubes.
Did she say quaaludes?
school is run is by a disastrous mismatch of the tried and true and the nonsense of the modernist. What we have to do is purge ourselves of that irrelevant modern nonsense and return to the tradition that made this school great. The best of times was 60 years ago. So let's return to yesterday and let's return to greatness.
Yes, yes, Mr. Deadhead. But again, I have a question. Will either side in this endless debate please tell me why?
Realize they're meeting today to all have their say about the good old bad old days. Some there have said they're for moving ahead up to the future, come what may. Some of them say they long for the old days to take them way back when. We'd rather stay right here with today than to go through that again. That's just standing out but not to impose. We'd like to propose a few more holidays. Who knows what is best, but we all need a rest anyway. We're living on time, we're having to borrow. May as well enjoy today if not tomorrow. Still it's a sight to watch them all fight about the good old bad old days.
Well, what are the old fogies up to?
Well, Miss Future's group used a huge shovel to deliver its idea what the BC High of the future should be like. I think they'd all like to have us like, God forbid, Mr. Daisy.
Well, how's that?
So perfect it hurts.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being perfect. Well, isn't that what going to school is all about? We want to be perfect. Why, as a matter of fact, I'd say that I'm a perfect
Pain in the rear.
Well, the point is, we could all get things done a lot more efficiently and accurately if we'd only use all that the future could offer us. No more guesswork. We'd all have the same perfect preparation.
The perfect preparation for you is preparation A. You guys, old Deadhead really let the future have it. He and the other drooling dingoes tried to tell Miss Future and her merry band of modern thinkers that the only good idea is an ancient one. The day before yesterday was the best day in the life of the school for that aging idiot.
Well, it's not just the old who see the beauty of the past. Mr. Past thinks things were better then, and frankly, so do I.
The only reason you like the past is because you know you have no future.
If the future means turning out like you, then I'd gladly take a time machine to the past. If Tim Timex succeeds with his invention, he just might have the chance.
Yeah, believe me, no one would miss you.
Where is Timex anyway?
Probably in the lab as usual, tinkering away at his time machine.
Here comes the faculty now from assembly. We better get out of here. Let's go.
Today has been a difficult one for our school, rising from a deep concern that the present system of education here needs some remodeling. Two distinct solutions have emerged over the past few weeks. There are those who look to the past for the answer to our difficulties. There are those who look to the future, and there doesn't seem to be any place in between. I and the Administrative Council will take all of this into consideration, and we will announce a decision in 3 days' time. But for now, I have a question which keeps bothering me. Will someone please tell me what...
Mr. Principal, please, no more questions. Just give us the answers.
Oh, let him speak.
There's been too much talk already. What we need is a good, clean, scientific study and a decision. The future will thank us for it.
Yeah, all right.
to me why everybody here is so certain of the past and the future when they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing right now. Why do you all hate the present?
The present. Why, we only want to improve the present by making it more like the past.
The future, dear. The future.
The future? The future? Someday there'll be classrooms full of TV screens.
Classrooms full of TV screens.
Wired to every student someday. These machines creating all our dreams.
Ah, the future, to peer into the future.
A vision that, alas, we may not be around to see. So meanwhile, darling, make a miracle and marry me.
Classrooms full of TV screens creating our dreams.
Someday, all our feelings too will be controlled.
Feelings too will be controlled.
Feelings be controlled, and someday there'll be no more problems, so I'm told.
Futuristic.
Absurd.
Scientific.
But who knows when that great, great cultural event will shine. So meanwhile, darling, make a miracle and say you're mine.
Feelings to control. No more problems on
And I will see the wonders of the future in your eyes, brightly gleaming wonders that might challenge modern science to devise. Ah, yes, I know that someday, after all these modern overhauls, there'll be no more need for us at all.
Futuristic. Scientific.
And someday, a small white pill will feed a family. But meanwhile, I'll stick to the old-fashioned way and get down.
What a future!
On my knees to you and say, please, darling.
What a future!
Darling, make a miracle and marry me.
Classrooms full of TV screens creating our dreams.
Marry
all our
me.
feelings controlled. No more problems, so I'm
Marry
all our
me.
feelings controlled. No more problems, so I'm
Marry me!
What? You know, Clarence, you're so cute when you get that faraway look in your eyes.
What? What faraway look?
You know, the one you get when you start dreaming about the good old days.
Thanks for the sentiment, but don't be so condescending. After all, the past isn't that far away. It's as close as a decision to return this school to its former greatness.
Former greatness? Its former greatness is your imaginative reconstruction of something that never was. You know, darling, I love you because you're so romantic. But when it comes to running this place, we have to get rid of the romance and bring in the science.
The future, my sweet, is your romantic vision. You have some pipe dream of what might be. But believe you me, tomorrow is only going to get worse if we let go of the good old-fashioned truths.
Yes, yes, my sweet. But can't you see that your old truths are the straitjacket of yesterday, keeping us from all of the possibilities of tomorrow?
Oh, you are a clever one, my darling little one. But aren't you jumping to some rather hasty conclusions about something you can't possibly know anything about? At least I know about the past.
What you know about the past, darling, is that it is past. I can't believe that you would want to give up all of the advances that have been made since your ideal date of 1922. After all, darling, that would mean giving up me, the perfect modern woman, and returning to your mother.
My mother? My mother, I needn't remind you, is a sweet, kind, long-suffering, gentle, Christian...
Guilt trip. Save it, Clarence. You know, you're about as hung up on your mother as a Jesuit.
Felicia, future! If I didn't love you, I would walk out of here right now.
Mr. Pass! Is it true what they say? Are they really going to move the BC High into the future?
Well, actually, Tim, only some of the faculty would like that. And they aren't a very important or intelligent group.
What Mr. Past means to say, Tim, is that the intelligence of the future group is too threatening for those who think the past is the answer to everything.
Well, maybe I can help. I've got this time machine that can take you back and forth into time. Then you can decide which is better.
That's nonsense, Tim. No machine can change the time. You're starting to sound like some of the teachers around here.
At last, we agree on something. Look, Tim, it's been a long day. That machine of yours is no more than you pretend it is. It has nothing to do with reality.
Thanks. I thought the teachers were supposed to give the students a little bit of positive reinforcement every now and then.
Not teachers. Only the chaplains are paid to be nice all the time.
Well, excuse me. Thanks a lot. It's been nice talking to you, all right?
Oh, Fuzzy Bunny.
Hey, what's up with those two? They look like they're real angry or something.
Oh, you know, teachers, if they're not angry with the administration, they're angry with the number of students they have or the number of papers they have to correct.
Hey, what's that thing you're holding?
Well, it's my time machine. It can take you back and forth into time.
Right, and I suppose you still have Bongo, your imaginary friend, believe in Santa, and suck your thumb.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Very funny. Dearest Tim, may I ask you a question? How can what you say be so? You are only slightly brainy, even though you're really cute, so please tell me, so I will know.
This is really not an ideal pretension. I was juggling some equations in my mind, and I stumbled on this wonderful invention. With this gadget, we can travel around in time. It's just my little black box, my little black box. There's nothing unorthodox about my little black box.
About your little black box.
About my little black box, my little black box, my little black box. Have the secrets of time unlocked. You can see if the past was true. Check out the future too, with my little black box.
Dearest Tim, are you sure that you feel well? Or perhaps you've lost your mind? You are looking slightly pale and you seem a little flushed, but you can travel back in time.
Dearest Kathy, I assure you I'm quite normal. And if someone feeling ill is perhaps it's you. So just bend back now, dear, and hold on to your skirt tail. And I'll show you what my gadget here will do. It's just my little black box, my little black box. About my little black box.
About your little black box.
About my little black box. My little black box. My little black box. That the secrets all the time unlocks. You can see if the past was true. Check out the future too. With my little black box. With my little black box.
About your time machine.
Well, it's true. Why, just the other day I sent a fellow back to 1968.
That's impossible. How did you know he was there?
Well, when he came back, he said, all the kids are wearing ties and that all the Jesuits and Mr. Kynock had hair.
Well, maybe it does work. Let me see.
Whoa, be careful. Don't push that red button there. That's the one that zaps you back and forth into time.
Oh, I will.
But just be a little careful.
Let's see. I'll set the numbers for 1922, the year my grandparents were married.
Just don't fiddle around with that too much, will you?
Don't worry.
Be careful.
I will.
Just be...
Be careful with that gadget. It may not be able to change time, but it could be dangerous. Kathy, I think you better put that thing down.
Come on, Felicia. It's just a toy. There's no harm in it.
Yes, look, it's just something that Tim's imagination came up with. See, look. Oh, my God! Can he get in trouble for letting your teacher disappear?
I don't see why. Some teachers around here disappear all the time.
Oh, what are we going to do?
Well, we'll just have to go after them. But how will we know we've sent them?
Well, the display reads 1922. I know that's what it read when I pushed the button.
Well, come on, then. We'll have to hurry. When Clarence finds out that women still do laundry by hand and they can't even vote yet, he'll be in seventh heaven.
I don't know, but it sure ain't Kansas.
No, this place looks vaguely familiar. I think we must be in the BC High of some years ago. Your machine must have worked.
I'll not say I told you so.
Pardon me, sir, but are you the new teacher?
The new teacher? What happened to the old teacher?
Father Von Winkle is so old and tired, he decided to take the rest of the year off.
I see.
Excuse me, sir, but do you think it's time for me to read the announcements?
To read the announcements? Is the PA broken?
PA, sir? I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, never mind. Mr.
Hunter, sir.
Not Paul by any chance.
Paul G, sir.
I see. I won't ask what the G stands for, Mr. Hunter. Very well, you may read the announcements in a moment, but just give me a moment to confer with the students.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. What do you think of it?
This place is great. These guys are all webs. They're so well behaved and with ties. I don't know. I
think we better get out of here.
Well, just a minute now. I've always thought that the past had all the answers. This could be my chance to find out.
Well, maybe, but we better be careful.
Okay, just sit down and play along. Play along. Gentlemen, please stand for a prayer.
Dear God, thank you for a chance to see the truth. Amen.
Amen.
Be seated, please. Now, Mr. Hunter, the announcements.
Today is Thursday, March 29th, 1922. The president of the school has gone to the hospital today for a hair transplant. He is commended to your prayers. Amen. At tonight's dance, you are reminded that appropriate dress and behavior are expected and will be enforced. Amen. At the end of this class, all students are to proceed to the assembly hall for the reading of marks. The principal reminds you in advance of what to expect if you have flunked 3 or more subjects. You will be asked to leave the school immediately. Amen.
Gentlemen, I can't tell you how happy I am to be with you here in 1922. Why, it's like a dream come true. Let's see now. Are you there, back row? Your name, please.
Lawrence O'Rourke, sir.
Do they call you the Big O? Never mind. Mr. O'Rourke, what subjects do you take?
Same as everyone, sir. Greek, Latin, English, math, history, and religion.
And I expect you're flunking English. Well, do try harder, Mr. O'Rourke. Do try harder. You there with the curly hair. Your name, and what extracurriculars are you in?
Joseph Quinn, sir. Well, I'm in the Sodality and in the Legion of Decency.
Thank you. The Sodality and the Legion of Decency. Now, I'm sure those will serve you very well in the future, Mr. Quinn. Oh, good heavens, gentlemen. It's so wonderful to see involvement in such, refreshing extracurricular activities.
It was good enough for Grandpa, and it's good enough for me.
Things really haven't changed much since 1863. We study the same subjects, we learn the golden rule. We learn what's right and proper, just like any Jesuit school. It was good enough for Grandpa, and it's good enough for me. Things really haven't changed much since 1863. We all still learn our Latin, we all still study read. 8 hours every single day, 6 days in every week. Faith of our fathers, faith in God. Spoil the child if we spare the rod. It was good enough for Grandpa, and it's good enough for me. Things really haven't changed much since 1863. This school only moves forward by looking back. Our high school firm and strong and strong. High school. Our high school, right or wrong and strong. High school. It was good enough for high school firm and strong and strong. High school 63. We saw high school, right or wrong and strong. High school.
must be the new teacher here. Welcome aboard.
Thank you, Father.
Have you found everything you want?
Oh, yes, Father, so far.
The lay faculty coffee room is in the basement behind the boiler room. How's everything going?
Oh, wonderful, Father, just wonderful. Why, I've never met a better group of boys. Why, I imagine these boys never swear or behave disorderly in any way whatsoever.
I'm sure. Well, it's time to go to the assembly for the reading of Marx. Gentlemen, stand up and be dismissed. On your way out, some of you might want to take one last look at this classroom. You were saying, Mr.
Clarence Past.
So how's everything going?
Just fine. The boys are just wonderful, as I said, Father.
Well, that's good. Well, don't be too old-fashioned about the boys. You know the saying, boys will be boys.
I'll remember, Father. Thank you, Father.
Bye now.
Mr. Simon, may I see you for a moment?
Yes, Mr. Past.
Isn't this wonderful?
Oh, so dumb. Nobody has a Walkman, let alone knows how to breakdance. They all think Michael Jackson's the great-grandson of some ex-president or something. What are we gonna do? I can't live here with this music.
You'll have to get used to the classics. Of course, you know, when you get right down to it, these academic rows, however proper and good-looking they may be, aren't exactly terribly practical either, I have to admit. You know, for one thing, I can't find my watch. Good heavens. Well, this old-fashioned pocket watch isn't so convenient either, but, well, I'd much rather have my digital back, but I guess it can't be helped.
Yeah, and a ballpoint pen wouldn't be so bad either. You can't shoot spitballs out of these fountain things.
You'll just have to get used to it, but right now we better get to that assembly, to the reading of the whatever. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't look. I haven't been this scared since I saw Amityville 3.
Do you want the whole school to hear us?
Where are we?
Well, it looks filthy and dull, smells like stale cigars and dirty socks.
Mr. Shea's house?
No, I think it's BC High in 1922.
Oh, look, Miss Future, you're a flapper.
Yes, and I feel like a fool. These clothes are completely ridiculous, inefficient, silly, and impractical.
Well, I think they're a little fun myself. And even a little sexy?
I'd rather have efficiency. Well, at least we had the good luck to arrive in an empty classroom. But who knows how long that will last, and anyone seeing us here will be sure to sound an alarm. They most certainly did not encourage flappers in the halls of BC High in 1922.
And besides, how are we going to find Tim and Mr. Past? We can't move around here looking like this.
You're right. We'll have to think of somewhere where they would have allowed women here in 1922.
How about the kitchen? They must have had cafeteria help.
Good thinking, dear. They most certainly would have allowed women to cook and clean and slave. Well, come on, let's find the place. Do you have that gadget that started all this nonsense?
Right here.
Good, don't lose it. With my luck, I'd be stuck here forever and have to put up with Past gloating and glee. Come on, let's find the cafeteria.
Mr. Past, what's the story? You look a little upset.
I have to admit there was something a little unsettling about that reading of the Marx. It seemed so old-fashioned, and not to mention cruel.
Isn't that ironic? I thought, if anything, you'd like the past.
I do, and I like being here. But there was something about the tone of the principal's voice, and the cruelty of the competition, and the way he made that student get up and leave the school forever, right in front of everybody.
Yeah, it was pretty sickening, wasn't it?
Don't get me wrong. I do like being here. But there are a few things about 1984 that aren't so bad.
Yeah, well, at least now you know what they mean when they say the good old days. But I have a feeling we're going to be here for a while, so we better get used to it.
Well, right now we better get to the cafeteria.
Yeah.
you being just a little too familiar and forgetting your station, addressing a faculty member and a student in that tone of voice.
Drop that high-handed tone right now or you can stay here and rot. We haven't got time for etiquette.
Felicia, what are you doing here?
I got here the same way you did. Now get your head out of the clouds.
Well, just a minute, dear heart. I rather like it here.
That's all too obvious.
And before going back to 1984, I'd like to get a better idea of how it works. I'd like a little more time to test the water.
And before you know it, you'll be drowning in them.
Mr. Past, Ms. Future's right. We don't belong here. We belong in 1984.
I don't know. Mr. Past doesn't want to leave right now. Maybe we should wait.
Get that machine and zap us out of here before I barf. This place makes me sick.
Kathy, give me that machine right now.
Don't you dare push that button.
No, I won't. No. Take us home. Now.
It didn't work. The principal, just hurry up. It's not working.
Mr. Past, I think you should be a little more discriminate about those with whom you are speaking. You should not be speaking with help.
Excuse me, Father, but I believe I may speak to whom I please.
On your time. Remember, you ought to be a model of excellence for the students, and you should be more discriminate about those whom you address.
Yes, Father, I see the wisdom of your viewpoint.
Good now. Then why don't you go back to class?
Yes, Father. Thank you, Father.
Yes, Father. Thank you, Father. Look, we'll meet in the library after school.
But women aren't allowed in the library.
We'll think of something. Anyway, it looks like I'm the only one around here with enough smarts and enough guts to get us out of this mess. So just do what I say.
Felicia, I'm sorry.
Forget it, Clarence. This is exactly what I would have expected out of you. I can't believe you let that old-fashioned pain in the neck push you around like that. In the library, after school, be there.
I don't know what went wrong.
I think I went wrong.
It should have taken us back into the present.
I should have stood up to him.
Mr. Past, are you listening to me? I have to get to a library, the BC High Library, and work out some complications and correct what went wrong with that machine, or we may be here forever.
I'm sorry, Tim. I was thinking about what the principal and Miss Future just said.
Oh, just, that doesn't matter. I gotta get to that library in now, all right? Come on.
I don't know. I do like the past, and I like being here, but I just don't know anymore. I'm not certain.
Well, I'm certain of one thing, and I have to get to the library.
Tim, how's it going?
Well, pretty well. So far, I've discovered that when the machine itself travels through time, it gets all confused as to where it is. But I'm sure I can adjust that. But we're going to have to leave here by 9 o'clock tonight, because after that, the calculations are going to be too difficult for me to do without a computer. But by the way, where are Kathy and Miss Future?
I'll look for them. You just be certain you get those calculations correct.
All right, okay, I'll just... What's the story? It looks like you really want to get out of here now.
Well, you try teaching 8 periods in a row in subjects you haven't studied in years and see how you feel.
Yeah.
You know, I've been thinking, and I really think this isn't the best place for us to be. You know, when you get right down to it,
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Yo, don't start clicking your heels yet, because here comes the Wicked Witch of the Wizard.
Mr. Timex, I think you should be a bit more diligent about your work and a bit less talkative.
Yes?
Candy!
Do you want Attila the Hun over there breathing down your throats? Do you have those calculations done yet?
Yes, I have. So give me the gadget so I can adjust it. Come on, come on.
We'll get out of here right now. Come on, Kathy. Where is it?
Here it is.
That's not it. That's a prayer book.
Oh, I don't have it.
What?
Where is it? It must have left in the pocket of my cafeteria gown.
Well, come on. Let's go find it.
What's going on over there? Stop. Who are you people anyway? I've never seen any of you before. You there. That's the principal.
Oh, we're just visiting, Father.
We were just leaving.
Hold on. I've never seen a Jesuit shaped like that before. Mr. Pat, I know you're new here, but you must realize that women are not allowed in this school, even when dressed properly. Father, Mr. Pat and this student have snuck in two women dressed as Jesuits, and we're consulting with them here in my library.
So what if we are women? And so what if we are here? What are you gonna do about it?
Mr. Past, I've had just about enough of you today. See me in my office immediately. And you, Tim, report to the disciplinarian right away. Show these women to the door.
Why, you. Old. 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 Poof. Why, you old-fashioned poof. Who are you to talk to us like that anyway? You think you know what's best, and you don't even have the slightest idea of what is going on here.
That is the limit. Show all of them out of here. I don't want to see any of them ever again.
Now I'll have to disinfect the whole library.
This is just great. What are we going to do now?
Well, Clarence, you are all right after all. I love you.
And I love you too, Felicia. Forgive me for being such a romantic fool.
Drop the fool and keep the romantic.
So meanwhile, let's just forget the old-fashioned ways and sit here on this dirty curb and say, please, darling, darling, make that miracle and marry me.
Why do the grown-ups always have to get sappy when the going gets tough?
Well, I don't know. It seems like a pretty good idea to me.
Maybe later when we get, have a little more privacy, or when we get home. I want to go home. How are we ever going to get home?
Especially by 9 o'clock tonight.
Hey, isn't there a dance tonight?
That's right. I remember it from the announcements.
Well, we'll have to sneak back in then, get to that machine, and that's in that closet, and get out of here. It's our only chance. Okay. Come on, let's go.
those think we're mad. Heaven knows the world has gone to rack to ruin. Girls we think are neat, unique, and quite adorable. They think are on and Sodom and Gomorrah, but the fact is everything today is thoroughly modern. Gen personality, everything today is yesterday's home. Then face reality, it's not insanity. You women love home. They think we're stylish in hats and spats and raccoon coats. In a rumble seat, the world is so cozy. If the girls kissable and that tango dance they wouldn't allow. Now it's quite permissible. Goodbye to olden days. We're changing and how. But we're the modern generation. Tomorrow's here right now. I suppose, think they're mad, heaven knows, the world has gone to rack and to ruin. Girls they think are neat, unique, and quite adorable. We think are odd and Sodom and Gomorrah. But the fact is everything today is thoroughly modern. Everything today is yesterday's gold. Costume satin, they say it's criminal what students will do. But there, again, that this is 1922. Have you seen the way they kiss in the movies? Is it delectable in striped trousers, jeans, and collar bow ties? Now quite respectable. Goodbye to old days. We're changing it how? But we're the modern generation. Tomorrow's here right now. 23's to do, yeah!
Okay, we're in. We'll avoid the principal more effectively here in the crowd. Now just stay together and stay cool.
I recognize that figure anywhere. Those were the people in my library this morning.
from BC High. You're nowhere at all. You may go to any inn that you please.
Will you find any place like our dear old BC?
You know you won't.
The warm and cozy cab.
Those big walls where life is home.
When you're far away from BC High, you're nowhere at all.
The warm and cozy cab. Those big wide, well-lighted halls.
When you're far away from BC High, you're nowhere.
Absolutely nowhere at all. You're nowhere at all.
Oh, Felicia. Felicia, I want to say that I'm sorry. I've learned you can't go back. For better or for worse, I'll be a man of the present from now on.
I love you, Clarence. Trust me. I know the future will be wonderful for both of us.
I love you too, Felicia, but it's right now in the present that we...
Oh, I feel funny. Something is happening. Hey, where are we anyway?
I think we're in a time warp between the place where we're coming from and the place we're going to.
Is it safe? I mean, should we be holding our breath or something?
Well, I'm not sure, but seeing how we are all breathing and we all seem to be okay, I'd say we're all right, for the time being.
Gee, you know, it's kind of romantic. Oh, Timex, I really like being nowhere with you.
You know, you're kind of cute and you're nowhere too.
I hate to get into this little conversation, but isn't it getting nowhere fast?
Oh, I feel funny. Something is happening. Oh.
I think we're coming back into 1984.
Where are we? What's going on? Are we home?
I hope we're home, but I can hear some.
I hear some dance music. There must be a school dance going on. Let's go see the kids.
Fascinating dance. I love the uniformity of it. It's so futuristic.
Terrific. Look, Try to keep your head together. Stay here with the kids. I'm going to see if I can figure out where we are.
Kathy, give me that piano for a minute.
It looks like some sort of costume dance. Is it Halloween?
Kathy, come here for a minute, will you? According to the digits in this machine, we went a bit beyond 1984. We're well into the 21st century.
Oh, no! Tim, can we get back?
I don't know. But I sure wish I had a computer, though. Pardon me there, but could you answer a few questions?
Sure, I'd tell you anything you like. You're, kind of cute, but different.
Thanks.
What's the matter? You seem embarrassed.
Well, I've really never met such, an upfront girl before.
I thought you looked unfamiliar. Well, here at BC High, all the students are so uniformly trained and perfect that we can deal openly and honestly with our emotions without any fear of losing control or going too far.
I'm not sure that sounds like too much fun.
Oh, well, the point isn't fun. The point is universal convenience, compatibility, and convenience. Now, do you have any questions?
You're holding my hand.
Well, it's been scientifically proven that we can hold hands for every 48 hours without conveying anything more than a warm sense of friendship.
Yeah, look, do you have a computer here?
Just sure.
Kathy, I'm intrigued by this dance. Why are they doing this?
Well, Timex thinks that we're not in 1984, but in some future time.
Really? Well, we'll just have to ask. Excuse me, but could you answer some questions for me, please?
Sure, you're kind of cute. I don't think I've ever seen you around here before. Could I get you a drink?
A drink? Since when do they allow drinks at student dances?
Student dance? You are new around here, aren't you? There hasn't been a simple student dance since the beginning of the Uniform Conditioning Program.
The what?
The Uniform Conditioning Program, which psychologically programs each person at the school here to do what is best for the best interest of everyone. The results? No discipline problems.
No discipline problems? Why, that means students never even have to be watched.
Oh, never. And it also means there is no difference between the privileges given to the faculty and those to the students. For example, at the dance here, anyone who wants a drink can have one. The Uniform Conditioning Program guarantees that no one will ever do anything to excess. No problems.
Well, what is this dance anyway?
Well, it's the noontime faculty social. We have it every day before lunch. It's a nice break, actually. Now, about that drink.
Sure.
Then, I'll take you to lunch, and then to the most wonderful place of all.
Sounds good to me, but one more question.
Sure.
What year is this anyway?
Why, 2017. Don't you know? Today in the news, they announced that Ronald Reagan began his 11th term as president.
Future can't be all perfect.
Sure can. Let's go.
It's so easy to control your emotions. Fix all your deficiencies, just adopt the uniformity code. Yeah, you've got efficiency, so
Thanks a lot, really. You've been a great help. According to that scientific evidence, when can we do that again? Without losing control, of course.
Well, since the weather isn't too hot, in about 48 hours and 22 minutes, give or take a second.
I'll look you up, really.
I suppose you were being funny.
Oh, no. The purpose wasn't fun. It was uniformity,
Compatibility and universal convenience. Yeah, I've heard about it. What have you found out?
Oh, yeah, about that. Well, the girl says there is a computer here which she is certain that can do the calculations I require.
Yeah, that girl looks like she was pretty good at probability and statistics herself.
Oh, come on, Kathy. I wasn't interested in her.
Interested in whom, Tim?
Oh, just some girl I met at the dance.
I don't see how any of us could be interested in any of these people. They all seem so blah. They all dress alike. They all act alike. They all talk alike. I don't see how you could be interested in any of these people.
You were saying, Mr. Mouse?
Sometimes she really puzzles me.
Well, enough of this. I have to get to that computer and do some complex calculations. Come on, we really gotta get going.
Well, where is it?
It's down here somewhere. She's told me where it is. Just...
Well, let's go.
Kathy, where do you think you're going?
Oh, well, I want to see where Miss Future is going. The guy she's with said he would take her to lunch and then to the most wonderful place she's ever seen. I want to go see it too.
Kathy. All right. You follow Miss Future, but try and get her back here for God's sake. As soon as we get these calculations done, we want to get out of this place.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
Stupendous.
The dynamic. The colossal. The fantastic. The awesome. The spectacular. The incredible.
The magnificent.
The tremendous. Miss Hannah Hardcastle.
Excuse me, miss. But are you the computer manager?
Yes.
Oh, well, I was just wondering if I could use your computer to do some complex calculations.
Impossible.
But why?
Read the handbook. It gives the rules.
I don't have a handbook.
No handbook? Then you must not be a student. Every student has a handbook. Anyone who doesn't have a handbook is therefore not a student. Now, my time is for students. Since you are not a student, I have no time for you. Now, get out. Go back. Come on. Get out.
Excuse me, Miss
Hardcastle.
Yes, I beg your pardon, Miss Hardcastle. I would like to explain that this student and I are here visiting your school, and we would like a demonstration of your computer's full capabilities.
Demonstration? Okay.
Are we going to the demonstration?
No, I'm going to lunch. You can go where you like. Goodbye.
But what about the demonstration?
After lunch.
lunch, meet me here, and I'll show you a few calculations. But you cannot touch the machine, and I won't have much time for you. Now, goodbye.
Please, Miss Hardcastle, please, we need, this is...
Why you boys are giving me such a hard time? Lunch now, demonstration later. Goodbye.
It's the rules, and if you break them, she'll just say goodbye. What's good for Hannah Hardcastle is good for BC High.
What was that all about? What? Mr. Paris, I'm gonna need a lot more than just a few demonstrations. I have to sit down at that terminal and do some complex work.
I'm thinking.
You know, I don't think it was a good idea for Captain to go with Ms. Future.
Nope.
You know, Ms. Future was really fascinated with that guy.
Yep.
And they both seem to really want to go to that place he promised to take them
Yep.
to. And what if when they get there, we can't get them to return?
I don't understand. Felicia just said she'd marry me, and now she goes off with that other guy. What's he got that I ain't got? What did I have that I don't have? What did she like that I've lost track of? What did I do that I don't do the way I did before? What did she see that's gone in me? What have I got a great big lack of? Something in me then she could see then beckons to her no more.
Just a victim of time.
Obsolete in my prime.
Outdated now last
By the past. What did she love that there's none of?
What did I lose? The sweet warm knack of.
Wouldn't I be the late great me if I knew how? Oh, what did I have I don't have now? Where can I go to repair all the wear and the tear, till I'm once again the previous me? What did she like that I am not like?
What did I lose? The sweet warm knack of.
Wouldn't I be the late great me if I knew how? Oh, what did I have I don't have now?
You know, I just don't understand women.
That's it. Huh? That's how I'll handle Hannah. How? She's a woman.
I don't understand.
Well, Tim, there are still a few things you don't know about. I'll whisper a few sweet nothings in her ear. I'm sure I can keep her attention long enough for you to get the calculations you need done.
I don't know. Miss Hardcastle does not strike me as the type you can, sweet talk.
Oh, everybody likes a little flattery now and then. Men, women, Jesuits. Why, a little sweet talk can soften anybody, even Mr. Hunter.
Yeah, I like to see Hunter's reaction if you whispered sweet nothings in his ear.
Well, I think I'd use a slightly different approach with him.
Oh, well. Well, come on. We gotta figure something out, because I want to get back to 1984 and continue my education, and especially Daisy's law class.
Right. Well, in the meantime, how about some lunch? We've got to wait for Hardcastle to get back here anyway.
I wonder what they eat around here.
Why, something that's uniform, compatible.
And convenient. Brother Murphy's Pizza.
Right?
Oh, happy day when miracles take place and scientists control the human race. When we assume authority of human chromosomes, assembly line women, conveyor belt men, settle down in push button homes. Nobody thin, nobody fat, everybody stacked. We guarantee them to be firm and fully packed. They got your lips out it all in, that's the basic plan. Whatever you got, I'll tell you what, we got man, amen. Oh, happy day when we can choose our looks from formulae and scientific books, and add our personalities to psychiatric tones. Assembly line women, conveyor belt men, settle down and push button homes. Oh, happy day when there is no more school, and everyone is brilliant as a rule. We'll all know 30 languages, including ancient Greek, a bug in our head while lying in bed, programming our minds while we sleep. Born to sing, just living every single day. No teaching scream, keeping us in after school to stay. No broken locks, no smelly socks, no more leaky pens. And when a break, never take the tea again. Oh, happy day when good old BC High is just a correspondence school nearby. And just the dump it used to be is about all that remains. The future is clear, there's nothing to fear. Just sit right back and plug in your brains. Zap!
There they are.
Come on. I don't like the way Charlie's staring at that futuristic freak.
Felicia, excuse me, Felicia, but I'd like to have a word with you. I think we have some rather important things to discuss.
You can say anything you want right here. Pandora won't mind. He's efficient and completely controlled.
I think I would rather speak to you alone.
How quaint and old-fashioned. Really, Clarence, you ought to try the new uniform conditioning program. It might help you get rid of some of your archaic hang-ups.
I give up. I'll be over here.
Kathy, I never thought you'd fall for these cardboard people, if you want to call them that.
Are you kidding? That universal conditioning program works with both mind and body. These guys all look like ads from Sports Illustrated.
Well, what do I look like?
A picture from Boy's Life.
Kathy, that did it. You get up right now and you come over and you sit with Mr. Pass and I.
Watch it, Timex. You're not the boss here. Besides, Vader here says that he was so good at the universal conditioning program that he can hold my hand for 5 minutes and never lose control.
And where do you think that's gonna go?
To the most wonderful place of all, of course.
That did it. This is your last chance to get up and sit with Mr. Past and I.
You're being as old-fashioned as Mr. Past. The guys say the school has this most wonderful place, and we're going to go see it right after lunch.
Oh, what's the use?
So emotional and jealous and out of control. I think the 5 minutes are up.
Look, this is a mess. First things first. Hannah just left. We've got to get back to that computer room and get those calculations done.
I really think we're running out of time here. Let's go.
Hi, Hannah. Yes. Did you have a nice lunch?
Say like every lunch. Not worse, not better. Say. Now, the demonstration.
Wait a minute now, Hannah. I thought that the little blue lunch pills had a certain something that the red ones lacked.
The color is just a visual stimulus. The flavor and nutritional value of the pill are just the same.
That must be it. Why, I've always been a sucker for a good visual stimulus.
Really?
In fact, you're rather a good visual stimulus yourself.
Really?
Oh, your eyes shine like the buttons on my blue suede suit.
Silly boy.
Oh, stop tormenting me, my little maraschino cherry.
Silly boy.
You won't think it rude of me, will ya? If I say your face is familiar, I know I just met you, but still ya look familiar. You remind me of someone. You really do. Re-guess it who? Your lips, your eyes, your hair. I'd know you anywhere, 'cause you remind me of you.
I do?
You do. From the moment I met you, I tried to place your haunting face. I wondered who you were. So much like you were. And then I suddenly knew you walk so much like you.
I do?
You do. You talk so much like you.
I do?
You do. You act so much like you. You couldn't disguise you. I recognize you. If you gave me 3 guesses, I wouldn't need the other 2. We never met till now.
I feel somehow. If you were someone else, I'd know you too. Both sober or kind, from front or behind, you'll always remind me of you.
What you are saying is I remind you of someone.
I said you do.
You say of you.
No, I didn't say of me. I said of you.
I see that you remind me of you.
So I do too.
The moment you met me, you tried to place my hunting face.
And if I looked like you, my face would haunt you too.
I understand now. I remind you of me.
So you agree? Your laugh, your smile, your frown.
My frown?
Without or with your gown.
Is that my gown?
I'd know you upside down. If you have a double, you're both in trouble. Please don't try to deny it. You must be you. There can't be two. I don't know who you are. So much like you are. You true and true you are.
If not, then who? You are one of a kind. You're joy uncombined. To find and remind me of me. Silly boy.
Mr. Pass! Come on, I've got what we need.
You unconditioned, inefficient, inconvenient crook. You have broken every rule of the code. You are not only not a student, you are not human. Every human follow the uniform code.
I'm sorry, Miss Hardcastle, but I'm afraid we're going to have to break the code for your own good.
But why? The code is for everyone's good.
Well, there are exceptions to every rule.
Let me go.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
Oh, why, boys, are you giving me such a hard time?
We did it.
Where are they? Where's Future? Where's Miss Future and Kathy?
They're with those guys in that futuristic place.
Well, we better find them fast because Hardcastle will get loose quick, and then we'll be in real trouble.
Well, whatever we do, we're gonna have to hurry because if my calculations are correct, we've only got a few minutes left. Come on.
Let's go!
Oh, happy day, it's time now for a rest. To just sit back and do what we do best. We're feeling low and we have all these feelings to repress. We've had a rough day, it's simply our way. Besides, we really like it, we confess.
And this is the most wonderful place of all, the video games room. The perfection of uniformity, convenience, and control. Let's play.
Oh, this is really fun.
games are meant as private entertainment. I'd rather not be distracted by any extraneous communications while I'm at the console.
Of course, Vader.
I can't quite seem to get the hang of this game, Pandora. Could you help me?
I don't have the time right now, but there's a universal conditioning program for playing entertainment. Built right in. It will make you an excellent player.
I'd rather have you show me.
That wouldn't be efficient. Please don't disturb me.
Miss Future, what's wrong with these guys? They seem so nice at first.
I know what you mean. They're so determined to be convenient, efficient, and compatible that they are not even human anymore.
Yeah, Tim would never treat me like this.
Come to think of it, neither would Clarence. He may be a bit of an old-fashioned chauvinist, but at least he knows that I'm more important than rules and regulations.
Do you think it's time to go back home?
I don't know. I'm going back where I can be me. Back to 1984 and dear BC. I see the future doesn't work,
And the past could make you cry.
the present is free.
And there I can be, just me, myself, and I. So just forget the other side. It isn't that free. Yes, my own backyard is best, that's what I've seen.
Uniformity, convenience, and compatibility may be more efficient, but they're not for me.
Give me 1984 and dear BC.
Uniformity, convenience, and compatibility may be more efficient, but they're not for me.
Give me 1984 and dear BC. Send me my mail there. Give me 1984 and dear BC.
Alicia, Kathy, you're coming back with me to 1984 right now.
But, Clarence, I just want to say that I'm sorry.
I don't care what you say. You're coming back with me this instant.
But, Clarence, I've seen the error of my ways, and I just...
No more excuses. Prepare for the time jump.
Shut up, Timex. Listen.
For God's sakes, just shut up and listen for a change. I just want to say to you, Clarence, that I'm sorry, that I'm wrong. You're right. We cannot live in the future. We can only live in our own time. And I want to return to that time now. And I want to return there with you. I love you.
And I love you too.
And I love you.
Ditto!
What did I tell you? Look at that control. Inefficient behavior. I bet they won't wait 10 minutes before they do it again.
I've seen enough. They'll have to be captured and given an intensive uniform conditioning program. Stop! In the name of the universal law, stop! Stop!
Gee, I smell something familiar.
It smells like the
gym after basketball practice.
Felicia!
We're home!
Where have you two been? I've been looking all around for you. I really need your help with the decision concerning the school. Both the old faction and the future faction are pushing harder and harder for their solution. I don't think I can resist anymore. I have to give them a decision right away. The school is waiting for me in the assembly hall.
You can't give in to them.
That's just what you mustn't do.
You mustn't give in to the past or to the future.
We must live for the present and learn from the past.
But I can't fight the faculty alone.
You won't have to. Felicia and I will support you in a full embrace of the present.
You and Felicia together for the present? Where have you been? What happened to you?
We've decided not to try to change who we are. We can only do the best we can with what God in His
or her
wisdom gave us.
Let's go. Attention, I have an important announcement to make. Ms. Future and Mr. Past would like to address us concerning our dilemma with an answer which I am certain will surprise you all.
Clarence and I would like to tell you that we cannot return to the past or go jumping into the future. We can only do the best we can right now. Now is the best of times. Maestro? The best of times is now.
The past was never what we are.
The best of times is now.
As for tomorrow,
well, who knows?
Who knows?
broke up the uniformity of this tonight. We were supposed to just all go and bow together, sorry. We just want to take some time to congratulate the people who made this possible. First of all, a man who yelled at me many a times for learning my lines, Mr. Murray.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We worked very hard, and these gentlemen deserve a great deal of praise. But in putting on any show, there are a lot of people behind the scenes. First of all, I'd like to bring forward someone who you all know, more or less, and he's the man behind all the words we hear tonight. His name is Mr. Robert Power. The next person who really makes this show what it is, and that is professional. He is a professional. He's worked at BC High to make it a professional school, not only in the English department, but in dramatics. He is the mastermind of the piano. He is the mastermind of choreography. He is the mastermind of all of us, Mr. Kevin Conley. For us, on film, the permanent record of all our school shows. He is the master of lighting, he is the master of video, sometimes known as Video Jack, Father Jack Danjou. And lastly, a gentleman who has been with me now for many years. How many? 6? Too many.
Almost 7.
Almost 7. Mr. James LaFontaine, the head of the music department. Can the band do a round of...
For Boston?
For Boston.
For Boston. One person.